Welcome to the Ghostly Chronicles. The Chasm. Deep in the heart of the Andes there was a rift in the earth known as El Chasmo Sin Fondo, the bottomless chasm. Locals claimed it was cursed, a place where people disappeared and whispers echoed from its depths long after the wind had died. Adventurers had tried to explore it over the years, but none ever returned. It was said that the chasm had a mind of its own, calling out to those who dared come close, luring them to their doom. Callie Dawson, a geologist with a thirst for discovery, refused to believe the superstitions. She had spent her career disproving myths with science, and was determined to do the same with the chasm. With her best friend and expedition partner Ethan, she journeyed to the remote village near the site. The locals warned them to stay away, but Callie's curiosity burned too brightly to be extinguished. Equipped with climbing gear, a drone, and weeks' worth of supplies, the pair made their way to the edge of the chasm. The earth seemed to tremble as they approached, and the air grew unnaturally still. The gap in the earth was wider than Callie had imagined, its edges jagged and blackened as if burned. She peered into the abyss, her headlamp barely illuminating the darkness below. "Callie, this is it. We're making history." They set up camp at the edge, deciding to launch the drone first to get a sense of the chasm's depth. As Callie piloted the drone downward, its lights illuminated the walls, revealing ancient carvings, symbols and figures etched deep into the stone. "Ethan, look at that. It's like some kind of language." The drone descended further, but suddenly the video feed cut out, replaced by static. Then came the sound, a deep resonant hum that seemed to vibrate through the ground beneath them. "Ethan, what was that?" "Callie, I don't know, maybe interference, let's—" Before she could finish, the hum turned into a low whisper, echoing up from the chasm. The words were unintelligible, but they seemed to swirl in the air around them, pressing against their ears. "Ethan, Callie, we need to leave, now! Callie, wait, we've come too far, we're going down." Despite Ethan's protests, Callie secured their ropes and began the descent. Reluctantly, Ethan followed. The air grew colder the deeper they went, the whispers growing louder, more insistent. The carvings on the walls became more intricate, depicting figures kneeling before a massive, shadowy shape. "Ethan, Callie, I don't like this, Callie, just a little further." As they descended, the darkness seemed to thicken, swallowing the light from their headlamps. Suddenly, the rock beneath Ethan's foot crumbled and he slipped, dangling from his rope. "Ethan! Callie!" She scrambled to help, pulling him back onto the ledge, but as she did, she froze. Behind Ethan, in the void of the chasm, something moved, an enormous shape coiled and shifting, its surface glistening like wet stone. Eyes, hundreds of them, opened in the darkness, each one locking onto them. "Callie, we need to go." The whispers turned into a deafening roar as the creature lunged. The ropes holding them snapped like threads and they plunged into the darkness. Callie felt herself falling, the creature's many eyes burning into her mind, filling her with visions of endless tunnels, twisted figures, and an ancient hunger. When Callie awoke, she was lying on a cold stone floor. The air was thick with the stench of decay, and faint glowing carvings illuminated the cavern. Ethan was nowhere to be seen. She tried to stand, but her legs were weak, her body heavy. The whispers were everywhere now, clearer than before. Whispers. They come, they feed, they serve. In the center of the cavern stood an altar, and atop it lay Ethan, unconscious. The creature loomed above him, its form shifting and pulsating. Callie tried to scream, but no sound came out. The creature's eyes turned to her, and the whispers spoke directly into her mind. One must remain, one must serve. Callie understood in an instant. The chasm didn't just claim lives, it demanded devotion. She looked at Ethan, then at the creature. Tears streaming down her face, she whispered, "Callie, take me." The creature paused, as if considering her offer. Then, with a sound like grinding stone, it withdrew from Ethan and turned its full attention to Callie. Ethan woke hours later at the edge of the chasm, the ropes that had held them coiled neatly beside him. Callie was gone, and the whispers had stopped. He never spoke of what happened in the chasm, but sometimes, late at night, he would hear her voice calling to him in his dreams, and in the depths of the Andes, the bottomless chasm waited, its hunger eternal, its servant watching from the shadows. Know you've been a good friend. Please like, share, and subscribe.